Hi, Pip here from queenpipcards.com. We are now moving on to the third and final design from the Picture Perfect Birthday Party class in a box, which you will have received everything from me, hopefully. You are now, hopefully you've done the other two videos by now, so you've made the first two designs, 4 cards, and now we're moving on to this one. I mean, you have so much paper in your pack, and obviously if you have, and you have the matching spots, the ink spots, so you just need to have some more matching cardstock, and you can carry on making cards like this, you know, for a long time to come. So this uses the stamp set, and it uses the happiest of birthdays to you greeting. It also uses this little blower, and this you need to use the thin, one of these thin stripy bits. Now you can strips. You can. These are also the candles that we used on the first card, but here we're using them as these party blowers. You can use the stripe, the spots, or the plain. I went for the plain just because I think it stands out, but it's entirely up to you. And then you need this little frilly bit, which is this frilly bit here, see on these blowers. And then you obviously need the blower itself, which is this piece here. So then you're going to need this piece of papers, of the papers that you got, and again this one you're going to cut down. I'm not even sure, can't remember which way round this one is that I cut down. Must be that way, something like that. Yes, I think it was that way. So it really doesn't matter. We'll do it a different way and see how it looks. So you're going to get your trimmer and take this piece of designer series paper, and you're going to cut this down. It's your second layer mat again, so we're going to cut this down to 9.5 by 13.9. So I'm going to go this way first. 13.9. There we go. By 9.5. There we are. This one's going to have a little bit more of an open look. If I turn it around this way, you're going to get more blowers. Do you see how I decided that? So if you look at what's going to be left, you can work out where you're going to put your image, and then what you'll have left in the card space. If we do it this way round, and we put our image here, we'll still have all this stuff around it. So I think I'm going to go this side. So 9.5, and again the paper is the only cutting that you need to do. Everything else has been done for you. So now we're going to do our stamping. You should also have received in your little kit 2 of these Peekaboo Peach bases, and two scallops and 2 stitched shapes ovals. I like these stitch shapes. They obviously mat and layer perfectly. So to get this on here, you obviously need to do some stamping, and again it's photopolymer. So you're going to bring on your stamping pierce mat with a piece of grid paper over the top if you wish. I just do that because we're going to go off the edge with the stamping. And even though you know you can stamp onto this obviously, but if you put ink on here it doesn't dry because it's foam, so that means that when you put the next piece of card down you get the ink picking back up again, so you don't really want that. So I'm now just inking up my stamp, make sure I get good coverage, and I'm doing this piece first because you want to have room here for the party blower to come in. So we're going to come over to here, and remember photopolymer, it's not actually pressure, I'm just holding it just so that it soaks up the ink. There we go. We do need that one still. And then you work from the bottom up, so you're going to work from the blower end, which I did in Lemon Lime Twist. And that's this little rolly, not the blower end, the shooty outy end, whatever that's called. I don't know. It's probably got a technical term, but I've no idea what it is. So you're going to pop that in the centre of the words like that, with the tail end going that way. Then I popped on my Peekaboo Peach tube, and it doesn't really matter whether you get it lined up or not, really, she says, trying to line it up, but you do want it at least straight. Again, I would normally stand up or be able to look. Oops, that's not very straight, Pip, never mind. Normally I'd be able to look directly down, but I can't because I've got the camera in directly down. So we'll cope. It's not the end of the world. And then you ink up your berry burst, and I'm going to use that to hide that gap there. There we go. See? Don't look bad. Looks all right. So that's how you do that piece. Let that dry for a moment or two while you assemble the other pieces of your card. Okay, so we're going to fold our base in half and burnish our edges. Like that. Then we have our Peekaboo Peach base, which is going to go on there. Okay. I always put a bit in the middle because the middle is where the sentiment goes, so it needs to be strong there because it's got to take the weight of the sentiment as well as itself, if you see what I mean, when it stands up. So I always pop a little bit of glue in the centre. That's why I'm doing that. Then we're going to, oh, that's very zizzy on that side. You can see why I use the other side. I'm sure some people will love that zizzy paper, but not me. It's just a little too zizzy. That's why I really like this side of the papers. So I'm going to pop that there. Now I might change this up a little bit because it seems to me there's kind of a gap there where the party poppers are. So you could actually move the sentiment from the top to the bottom, I mean from the bottom to the top. I think I might do that. Now I double layered this with dimensionals. So you're going to want to pop on the back of your oval. And again, just make sure they're close enough so you don't have a soggy middle, or add another one just to be sure. Because it will go through the post. This, even a double layer, will just about get through the post. But you need to make sure that it's not going to get crushed when it goes through the machines in the post office. So then we just layer that together like that. Okay, when you're happy with your edges, press down. And then I'm going to double layer, so I'm going to add some more dimension to the back. Now this one, you just need to make sure it's down really, because the soggy bit is coming from here, so this should be okay with just 4 if you want to. Not that there. Not that you don't have to, you can always use 5 if you want, it's up to you. So yeah, I think maybe I'll put this up here. Yeah, I think so. I think it looks good when it's actually over the blower, you know, the pipe ends. So popping that down there, and again, I didn't have my lovely sequins when I did this, but now I do. So now I'm going to go sequin crazy. Let's pop some of these on here. I like these ones because they're kind of metallic-y, so they can go around. And I might pop one. If I pop one just at the top there, that hides that little bit there. See, there's always a way of hiding them. And then I might do some, oh, shall I do berry burst? Oh, it's got to be berry burst, doesn't it? Look at that. Do another one down here, and then I might finish off with one just up there somewhere. There we go. So that's your third and final card complete. I hope you've enjoyed this class in a box. I certainly enjoyed having fun designing them. And I hope you'll use the rest of your... oh, Pip, that's a little crooked there. I'm going to have to try and work that out because that's gone very crooked. That's not good at all. I will attempt to take that off and move that around. Yikes. Okay, I'll work on that. A heat gun underneath, generally, if it's not too set, will allow you to relift and then move it again. It must have slid when I put it down. Apart from fixing that, this is the end now of my class in a box video. I hope that you've enjoyed making all 3 designs and that you will continue to use the rest of your products to make more cards at home. I'd love to see what you make, so please do pop them over onto Crafty Corner on Facebook group and show us your makes. It would be lovely to see them. I will be back again next month with my next class in a box, and I hope to see you again there. So thanks for watching, thanks for being part of my class in your home, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have enjoyed doing it for you. So have a great time, take care, until next time, crafty hugs. Cheers, bye.